Alright, so this video we look at construction geometry. And to do construction geometry, we need these 4 things. Ruler, a protractor, just to check for accuracy, a pencil, and a compass with a pencil. So, first thing we're going to do in construction geometry is constructing line segment, and that's the easiest thing to do. First of all, I'm going to show you how to handle your compass. You must hold it like this. So when you use it, you're spinning like this and not like this or like this or any other way, like this. Okay, so how to construct a line segment? First, you have to construct the line segment AB, which is 6.5 centimeters, and that's simple. So what we do, we don't just put the ruler down and draw 6.5 centimeters. We actually draw a line straight across the page like that. For me, I indicate where I'm starting my measurement from, and that will be A. And now, where does the 6.5 stop? That's where this comes in. We put this as 0. We open the pencil to 6.5 as you go. As you can see there, 6.5 is 6.5. This needle goes here. We scribe an arc there, and also you get your B, and this is 6.5 centimeters. Now to construct the one for 8 centimeters, you could have done the same thing. Because it's an even number, what some people do is to open this compass to 4. To 4 there. Go to the center of the line. Still have to draw a line across the page. Scribe 1 there, go on the other side and scribe 1 there. And that will give you 8 centimeters. Or you could have done the same thing. Put a mark there. Open the compass to 8 centimeters. Put that there and scribe an arc there. Sorry, 8 centimeters. Something is wrong there. No, I got 8. Scribe an arc there. It is supposed to be neat and tidy. That was neat and tidy. Then you can measure to see if it's 6.5. As you can see, that one is 6.5. Then you can measure to see if this is 8. And you can see the first one is 8. Maybe I didn't open the compass to exactly 4 centimeters. It was bigger than 4 centimeters. But that's how you construct line segment. That's a two-way of constructing line segment. The next thing we're going to do is bisecting line segment. Bisect means to cut. So we have to bisect the line segment PQ of length 7.6 centimeters. That's simple. First we have to construct the line segment, and we already know how to do that. Draw a line straight across the page. Indicate where you're going to start from. That will be P. Okay. Then you open this to 7.6. So 7.6 is just one dot before, after 7.5. So this goes here, and that will be your 7.6 centimeters. That will be Q. So how do we bisect this now? So now to bisect it, how do we bisect the line segment? We have to go on this side. We have to open the compass to a little bit more than a half, right? Or a little bit more than half. You scribe an arc at the top there, on that side, then one at the bottom. Then you go on the other side. Get that there. Scribe an arc there and one there. Where the line that will go through these two arc will cut this line at an exact 90 degrees, and we can prove that. That's why we have the protractor. Put this there, line on line, point on point. The middle of the protractor has to be at the point, and the line there has to be on the line itself. And as you can see, this line is going straight to 90 degrees. You can see the line behind there. So that's what you measure. Okay, so that's one way of bisecting a line. The next thing, how do you bisect a line from an external point? Bisecting a line from a point. So if you have a line segment, let's say AB, it doesn't matter the length, we're only concerned about bisecting the line from an external point. So let's say the line ends there. This line segment is AB. And there is some point at the top here. Maybe this is a point of a triangle, but there's some point there. Let's call that point P. We want a line P to X that's going to bisect, this line PX is going to bisect AB at 90 degrees. How do we do that? I know you guys like the trick of putting the protractor here and see that 90 degree there, and then put a dot at the bottom and you draw from that dot to the next one. But that wouldn't work. It will work, but that's not the way you should do it, because in the examination we are looking for the arcs you scribe. So how do we do it? Well, you put this needle here on the dot, and you will have to do this for triangles when they ask you to do some amount of bisection. So we put a line on the dot here, and we put the pencil just a little bit below the line there. As you can see, your pencil and your needle must be at the same point. So that's just making sure that. So this come across like that. That's a little arc there. Then we make this smaller now. If we go here, and we scribe an arc there, and we come on the other side, and we scribe an arc there, the line drawn from that point through this arc will be completely 90 degrees. Right. So the line segment PX is perpendicular or 90 degrees to that line there, AB. So that's how you bisect from a point. So next thing we do is to construct angles. To construct angles, we need a semicircle. All constructions of angle need a semicircle. So we're constructing, in this case, 90, 45, 22.5. So I'm going to draw two semicircles, because there's two ways to construct that 90 degree there. I'm going to construct one here and one here. Right, so we normally, or the standard is a 2 centimeter semicircle of radius 2 centimeters. You can use that, or you can use any other one. It doesn't matter, as long as you get a centimeter semicircle. Good. So we have two semicircles there, and well, let me do this one. For the next one, we'll have two semicircles at the bottom here. Two. This one should be simple. This one we only need one semicircle to construct an angle, or the 60, the 30, and the 15. Good. Back to the top. How do we construct a 90 degree angle? There's two ways of doing it. This is the first way. We always have to make sure that our compass did not change size in the first way to construct that. So we go on, if you look at your protractor, I'm going to call that edge of the semicircle 0, because if you look at your protractor, you'll have a 0 here and a 0 there. So I'm calling this edge 0. So when I say go to 0, I'm saying go to the edge 0, scribe an arc there, go to the next edge 0, scribe another arc. Go on the first arc you scribe one at the top, second one you scribe one at the top there, and the line that goes through from the arc to the point, to the vertex, that is going to be a 90 degree. can check again. 90 degrees. Good. One way of doing it. Most persons say that's the hard way of doing it. The next way, remember I said you have to check to see that the compass size didn't change. Well, the next way you can change the compass size. Make it bigger, as big as you like. After you construct your semicircle, you can open the compass. You go to 0 there. Scribe an arc at the top. Go to the next 0. Scribe an arc at the top. And the line that goes through those, the arc that you scribe and the point is another 90 degrees. Simple. Now, how do you construct a 45 degrees? Well, 45 is half of 90, and the compass would cut everything, every angle you scribe in half. So if we want 45, we have to go here, and we have to scribe an arc out there. Go there, scribe one out there. And the line from the point that you're constructing these angles to the arc that you scribe there is going to be, let me see, 45 degrees. Good. As you can see, it goes through the 45 there. Halfway between 50 and 40. Or the 135 and 40. Now this is something to note. If you construct a 45 on this side, the angle on this here will be 135. Not the halfway here, but the entire angle from here to there will be that 135. And how do we construct the 22.5? Well, 22.5 is half of 45, so which means we have to cut the 40 in half. So we go to 40, scribe an arc out there, go to 0, scribe an arc out there, and where these two meet, the point where you're constructing from, the vortex, through that there will give you 22.5 degrees. Simple. Now to construct the 60 and 30 and 40. Well, the 60 is the easiest angle to construct after you would have constructed your semicircle and check to make sure that your compass did not change size here. Right. You go here, you scribe an arc here, and that's your 60. That's as simple as it is. The line that goes through from the vertex to that simple arc you scribe will be 60 degrees. We can measure that to make sure that is so. So let's measure. Line on line, point on point. So I'm having some problems here. Mine is not 60. Mine is 63. Now that's inaccurate. That's very inaccurate. And you can't have that in the examination room. But remember we did that up here. So let's check up here and see if it's a 60. The line that goes through the center there, from the center here, through that arc that we scribed, let's see if that is 60. Because I think that is more accurate than the one I drew at the bottom. Line on line, point on point. And yes, that's 60. As you can see there, the line, shucks, I push your stuff. The line there, it is 60. So let's come back at the bottom and see if I can check to make sure that this thing did not increase again. And I want to make sure that I got a 60. So go to 0 and I scribe an arc. And the line through the arc, that should be my 60 there. So I'm checking now to see if that's 60. Line on line, point on point. Something is wrong here. I'm still not getting 60 here. Okay, I guess I have to do it back. Let me do it back. Draw another point at the bottom here. That's where we're doing our measurement from. This is the size of our compass. So this is going to be our semicircle. Good. If I want a 60, I go on 0 and I scribe there and I should get a 60. Check to make sure that is 60 again. And yes, that's 60. Good. So we constructed a 60 degrees. If this side is 60 degrees, and this side will be 120 because the angle on the straight line adds up to 180. So how do we get the 30? We get the 30 by cutting the 60 in half. You go there on the 60, scribe an arc out there, go to the 0, scribe an arc out there, and the line through the vertex through the arcs that we scribed is going to be 30. And again, you can check. You don't always have to check, but you should check in your examination to make sure this is correct, because you get marks for accuracy. How do we construct a 15? I'm sure you know by now. You go on 30, scribe out there, 0, scribe there, and that through that is going to be 15. Okay, so that's enough for constructing line angles. Let's go to constructing shapes, which is what you would have to do in the CXC examination. So the first shape we're going to construct is a unique triangle. What are unique triangles? Triangles that they give you no angle, all they give you is the size of the triangle. So say using rule and compass only, construct triangle ABC with AB equal to 10 centimeters and BC equal to 8 centimeters and AC is equal to 6 centimeters. So how to do that? First, if we're going to construct any shape, the first thing we do is to draw a sketch. And after you would have drawn the sketch, you don't no need to be reading the question over and over. So if AB is the longer side, I might like to put the longer side at the bottom. AB, this is 10 centimeters. Then BC, from B to C, somewhere up here, has to be 8 centimeters. And then from A to C has to be 6 centimeters. So this is a sketch of what our triangle should look like. So we start with the 10 centimeter at the bottom, AC, and I indicate where I'm starting from there. Again, this is triangles with no angle. So how do I get the 10? Well, we construct the line segment. We know how to do that from 0 to 10, and we go there, and that is our 10. This is AB, the longest side, 10 centimeters. Okay. Now, the next side we want to construct is a BC. And that is simple. BC is 8 centimeters. So we go there. We're at 8 centimeters here. Good. So we go to B. Put that there. And we make a big arc out there. And you'll see why we did that. Then we want to construct AC, which is 6 centimeters. So again, we go to measure 6 centimeters. And that's 6 centimeters there. Now it's 6 centimeters. Let me check again. You have to make sure it's 6 centimeters. You don't want to go over that, because if they ask us to measure an angle, it's going to be incorrect. Good. So AC is 6 centimeters. We go to A. The reason why we scribe that big arc just now, we don't know where C is. We don't want to scribe an arc and it stops here and then C stops there, because we won't know exactly where it is. So now we know where C is. C is where these two arcs meet. So we now can draw our lines from A to C, from A to the arc, and from B to there. And that's how you construct a triangle, and they gave you an angle. So what they would normally do is to ask you to measure and state what the angle is. So let's measure all these angles. The angle at B is point on point, line on line. The angle at B looks like 30. We're counting from 0 upwards. 30, that's 35. This is 37. This is 37 degrees. And if you use this sine rule to try to calculate that angle there, you'll get 37 degrees. We use sine rule when given all three sides of a triangle and we're asked to find an angle. So let's try this one over here. Line on line, point on point. This point here where it's supposed to be, and this line at the bottom here. This one is, let's count, this is at the middle, looks like at the middle. This is 60, we have to count from 0 upwards, made a mistake. It's 55 degrees. Now if the angle in the triangle adds up to 180, we don't need to measure this one, we know what it is. We add these two, we'll get 8592 minus 180, which will give us 88. Right, 88 degrees. That's that. So what if we're given, or we're asked to construct a triangle and we're given one length, 11.5, and two angles? Again, we can't construct any triangle. We can, but we should construct a triangle first by drawing a sketch. So let's draw our sketch. Well, KL is the bottom there. So K to L, that's 11.5 cm. They said the angle at K is 45, so in order to construct a 45, you must first construct a 90. That has to be 45, and the angle here is 60 degrees, so this has to be 60 degrees and 45 degrees. So we have our sketch, and up here is going to be M. The next thing is to bisect the KL at X such that MX is perpendicular to KL. So the line must come down here to bisect here at X. Okay. And measure and state the angle at M, this entire angle up here. So let's get started. So first we construct the line segment at the bottom here, and that is, and as we do it, we draw a line straight across the page. We gotta get 11.5, so I'm gonna just draw an extra piece here. I'm gonna start my measurement from here. Now the compass has to open to 11.5, so let's do that. From 0 to 11.5. That's that. Check again. That's that. So we go here, and our 11.5 is going to be there. Sorry. We do that again. We go here, and our 11.5 will be that line there. Good. So this is the line segment KL as in the sketch there. And this is 11.5 centimeters. Good. We have to construct a 45 degree on this side. For that, we open our compass. We said the standard again is 2 centimeters, but you can use anything than 2 centimeters. So I'm going to use a lesser one. I didn't measure it. So we have to get one there, and we have to construct 60 here, so we have to get a semicircle here too. Well, 60 is easy to construct. I can do that quickly on this side. That's my 60 degree there. With 45, we have to construct a 90 first, so I'm going to do the easy way to construct the 90. I'm going to open the compass. I'm going to scribe an arc up here. Get my needle where it's supposed to be. Good. Scribe an arc up there. Scribe an arc up there. That's my 90. So that's my 90, and this will be my 45. I go to 90, scribe there, go to 0, scribe there, and that's my 45. So I'm almost done. That goes through there, right through, because we don't know where the 60 will meet it. This goes here, right through, Again, this has to be lengthened some more. Good. And this is going to be our M. This is our 45 degrees. This is our 60 degrees. Next, we have to bisect, as this thing says, we have to bisect here at X. It has to be 90 degrees. So, as we learned how to bisect a line from a point, we have to do that. This has to be a little bit longer than the line. Here we go. Then we have to get our arc scribed. That one there. This one here, and that's it. And a line through there. So this is where X will be. And this is going to be 90 degrees. But you remember, you always have to check to make sure this is so. So I did all my calculation without checking, because I'm convinced that these things are what they... So we don't have to see, all that is correct. But every time you construct something, please check to make sure that it's 90 or whatever angle. See, this one is incorrect. This one is 61 point something. So that's wrong. Okay? You don't do that. You have to check to make sure it's correct. If not correct, you go back and do it. Okay, so that's how you construct. Oh, we have to measure this angle up here. So how do we do that? Again, we can turn the page if you like. I'm spinning my page around. The line on line, you can choose any line. Line on line, point on point. This angle will be incorrect because this is not correct. Well, I will just say that, assume that is correct. So this angle is, we're starting from 0, start our counting from 0 to 73 degrees. You can go on this side again. I'm spinning the paper again, and you'll see you'll get the same 73. Line there, and again 73. Okay, in the next video, because this video is kind of long, I'm going to construct a square and a parallelogram.